Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back, family, community, to Just a Vision. I am Jaquel Viola, your host and your guide as you are ascending into higher states of consciousness along your spiritual journey. If anybody is new here, welcome. Peace, love, gratitude, and healing. Please subscribe as well as to hit that bell button to be notified every time I post so that you do not miss out. So if you guys are ready to be motivated and inspired to transform your life for the better through unconditional love, ancient wisdom and knowledge, spirituality, conscious space information, shared experiences, psychedelics, and other natural and holistic ways of healing, then I highly suggest that you stay tuned for the rest of this discussion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so today's video discussion is going to be another episode and or lesson of the new segment on my YouTube channel called Soul Light Knowledge. And on this lesson, we're going to be talking about the mind and heart coherence. But before we get into that, I want to give you guys a little bit of a recap of what we learned in the previous video discussion. And if you haven't checked that video out, I will put the link in the description box below. But with that being said, we learned, ladies and gentlemen, that we are multidimensional spiritual beings experiencing a human existence. There is more than what meets the eye. We are more than just our physical bodies, ladies and gentlemen. We are made up of actually 4 different bodies and or energy levels, whatever you guys would like to call them, which include the mental body, the physical body, the emotional body, and the spiritual body. And each of these bodies or energy levels need to be balanced in order for you to have a good overall health and well-being. So not only are we made up of 4 different bodies, each of these 4 bodies actually make up 2 different energies that we have within ourselves. And it doesn't matter whether you are a biological male or a biological female, okay? Each of us contain or possess both masculine and feminine energies. And the bodies that belong to the masculine energy are the mental and the physical bodies, while the emotional and the spiritual bodies connect us back to our feminine energy, our feminine sides of ourselves. So those 4 bodies not only make up the masculine and the feminine energies, but it also makes up the triad. Now, most of us have heard the triad to be called the mind, body, and soul connection. But what I've actually learned within my own spiritual healing journey is that it is in fact the mind, body, and emotions connection. And the soul encompasses all of it. Your soul encompasses all of it. Your mind, your body, and your emotions. Not only that, your soul is a pre-manifested energy. Your soul has already been here before. It's just that it came back to earth in a different body, in a different lifetime. That's all it is. We all are connected in one way, shape, or form. We've all lived plenty of lifetimes before and after, past, present, and future. It's just that we are in this time, in the right now. So like I said, we are made up of 4 different bodies, the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body, and the spiritual body. And again, those bodies make up the masculine and the feminine sides of ourselves. Now, for the longest time, as I mentioned in the previous video, for the longest time, our country and our forefathers have been so obsessed with the patriarchal or the masculine side of things. They're always doing, trying to accomplish, trying to achieve. That's why most of us feel like we are chickens with our heads cut off, because we are always trying to do. And none of us are actually trying to feel and really understand. And that's what the feminine side of us is all about. The feminine side is all about truly understanding who we are as a highly powerful spiritual being experiencing human existence. The feminine side is all about understanding that we are connected to each person. We are connected to each thing that's out there, whether it be a planet, a star, a galaxy, an animal, a plant, whatever the case is, knowing that we are connected to all things by a greater source, whatever you want to call it, God, higher power, higher source, whatever it is, we are all connected. And that's what the feminine side of us is all about. It's all about understanding who we truly are and connecting us back to who we are and connecting us back to others. That way we can live our lives in alignment. But again, for the longest time, our forefathers in our country have been so obsessed with the masculine side of ourselves. That's why so many of us feel like chickens with our heads cut off, because we've been conditioned to think that our emotions and our feelings don't matter, when in fact it truly does. They truly do. We've been taught to repress our feelings and to repress our emotions, because if we showed them, it's a sign of weakness. Oh, you're not tough enough to do this, or you're not tough enough to do that because you have a soft spot and you show your side of emotions. Well, I want you guys to know that it is okay to feel your emotions. That is something that I truly had to learn on my own, because of the fact that when I was younger, I would start to feel all of these emotions and these feelings, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I would start to do so many irrational things. I'm not going to name them right now, but I used to do irrational stuff because I didn't really know how to understand my emotions and my feelings. And we have a wide range of emotions, from the high vibe ones, which would be gratitude, appreciation, joy, excitement, to the low vibrational ones, such as fear, guilt, shame, resentment. There's so many different emotions, and once we are able to feel those emotions, and then those feelings come on, and we're allowed to express ourselves. So I want you guys to also know that I've learned that our emotions are the language of our soul. That is how our soul speaks to us. And I want you guys to also know that I've told you guys before, our heart and our soul already knows what it is that we want in our lives. It already knows our greatest desires, our wants, and our needs. It's just a matter of us taking the time out of our busy, chaotic days in lives to actually take a step back and listen to our hearts, listen to our souls, and figure out what it is that we need to do and what it wants and how we're going to get ourselves to where we want to be. So again, our emotions are the language of the soul. That is how our soul speaks to us. That is how it is communicating to us. Our soul, our higher self, whatever you would like to call it, that is how it communicates with us, is through our emotions. And then our feelings are an expression of the soul. So once we start to get this overwhelming sense of emotions coming onto us, our feelings allow us to express these emotions. So say for example, you have a feeling of, sadness and grief come over you, these emotions of sadness and grief. Your emotions and your feelings allow you to express it. So if you're going through grief, you're allowed to cry. You're allowed to have all of this pain in your body. You're allowed to, because you are feeling what it is that you need to feel in order for you to heal that part of yourself that needs to be healed, whatever it is that you're going through. So guys, whenever we are trying to explore the mind, body, and soul connection or disconnection, what we are really trying to discover is whether or not our mind and our bodies are disconnected or connected to our emotions and our feelings. And again, most of us have been taught to repress our emotions, to repress our feelings, and that's why we don't know how to deal with things. And that's why so many of us are dealing with mental health issues such as depression and anxiety, bipolar, and all of this other stuff. So many of us are dealing with it because we don't know how to understand the mind and heart coherence. We don't know how to understand the mind, body, and emotions connection, because we were not taught that. And that is why I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to teach you guys that we have to connect back to our emotional side, our feminine sides of ourselves, so that we can live in alignment and experience this good health and the good well-being. So our body is the soul's way of projecting itself mentally, and our feelings are the soul's way of perceiving itself. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. There was people outside my window making a bunch of noise. So back to what we were saying. So yes, the body is the soul's way of projecting itself mentally, and our feelings is the soul's way of perceiving itself. So if we are emotionally stunted or grew up without the knowledge and understanding of our emotional health, it is very easy to look at ourselves or to even look at somebody else and understand and realize that their soul and their spirit is really, really disconnected from who they are. So our souls want us or expect us to become aware of the mind, body, and emotions connection in order for us to use these three aspects to express itself as divinity in human form. Ladies and gentlemen, our souls expect us to become aware of our mind and our body and emotions and how they interact with each other and how they correlate with each other in order for us to have a good overall health and well-being. Our souls want us to understand the mind, body, and emotions connection so that we may express ourselves as divinity in human form, because again, we are highly powerful, multidimensional spiritual beings, and we are capable of creating and manifesting the life of our dreams. It's just that most of us don't know how to or where to start out at. And again, that's where I come into play. I'm teaching you guys and giving you guys the knowledge and the wisdom that you need in order to help you transform your life in all areas: mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, and even financially, because I want to help you change your life for the better while I'm over here changing my life for the better. I'm not completely healed yet in all areas of my life, but I am getting myself to where I want to be. And I know that helping you guys out will also get me to where I want to be. So we're going to get this together. We're going to heal ourselves. We're going to understand our emotions. We're going to understand our feelings. And we're going to get to the bottom of our pain and our trauma so that way we can heal ourselves in the deepest way possible to become that better versions of ourselves. So, with that being said, guys, I want you guys now to know that the three main important organs within our body that you must make sure that you take care of are the mind and or brain, your heart, and your lungs, as well as your digestive tract. But the mind, the heart, and the lungs, I want you guys to keep that in mind, because that is how you're going to connect your mind back to your heart, is through your lungs and through your breath, because the breath is the most important thing. But we're going to get into breath in another video. Now we are going to get into the mind and heart coherence and what mind and heart coherence is and how we can achieve mind and heart coherence. Alright guys, don't make fun of my people. This is just a little illustration for what I'm about to talk to you guys about. Alright guys, so coherence is the state when the heart, the mind, and the emotions are in energetic alignment and cooperation with one another. Again, that is when all of them are balanced out, because each of the bodies and or energy levels need to be balanced within you to have a good overall health and well-being. And once they're in this energetic alignment with each other, it will be easier for you, and you will have more energy for you to be able to create and manifest the life of your dreams, because you are the author, you are the creator, and you are the medicine to your life's problems and situations. So if you are tired of the life that you've been living for so long, guys, where you're sad, you're mopey, you're depressed, and you feel like nothing in life is ever going to get better, then you have to find the courage, the strength, and the willpower within yourself to finally take back power of your life and make the necessary changes that need to be done in order to get you to where you want to be or where you need to be at in life, guys. So coherence comes when you have that energetic alignment between the heart, the mind, and the emotions, or the mind, the body, and the emotions, whatever you want to call it, whatever the connection is, but you want to make sure that it is balanced out within you. So mind and heart coherence basically is when the heart, let me use my other color, when the heart sends a signal to the brain. Sends a coherent signal to the brain. The brain then has to be like, okay, I received this coherent signal. Now I'm going to synchronize with it and connect back to. So you want the heart to send a signal back to the brain, and then the brain sends a coherent signal back and synchronizes to the rhythm of the heart. To the rhythm of your heart, guys. And you can get into this state of coherence by learning how to shift your emotional, right here, your emotional state of being. And you can do that by doing yoga, meditation, or even breath work. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, positive emotions such as gratitude, gratitude, appreciation, joy, bliss, contentment, all of those emotions, those high vibrational emotions on the scale of emotions, high vibe emotions also activate this coherence right here. All of these emotions, gratitude, joy, bliss, excitement, whatever the case is, they activate this mind and heart coherence as well. Not only that, whenever you have the mind and heart coherence, it then releases positive hormones within the body to allow you to experience that good sense of good well-being and health. So, negative emotions, ladies and gentlemen, such as like worry, don't mind my writing, it looks terrible, fear, guilt, shame, any negative emotion, ladies and gentlemen, within your body will create an incoherent mind to heart connection. You see this right here? You see that the lines are pretty good, but whenever it's incoherent, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, are you sure I should be doing this? You'll be able to tell, because then you'll be very low vibe. You'll have, not a lot of energy. You'll be unmotivated. You'll feel like nothing in life is getting better. But whenever you are in alignment, you'll be like, okay, yes, I'm high vibe. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I know that whatever is happening in my life is all happening for a reason, to teach me a lesson, give me insight, or to steer me in the right direction of life that I want to be going into. So guys, whenever you experience these negative emotions and this incoherence of the mind and the heart, that's whenever you'll start to experience disease and illness within the body. And it doesn't matter. It could be within any of these emotional or any of these states. It could be your emotional body that's all messed up, your mental body that's messed up, your spiritual body, your physical body, whatever the case is. Whenever you are stuck in these low vibrational feelings, this incoherence of the mind and heart, you're going to have disease in whatever area of your life is having problems. So that's why it is highly imperative, guys, to truly understand the mind, body, and emotions connection, and understand how your emotions and your feelings truly connect back to the way your body reacts to life, okay? Your mental health is just as imperative and just as important as your physical health, because how can you get your body right if your mind ain't right? You know what I mean, guys? So it is highly imperative that we learn to understand the mind, body, and emotions connection. That's what our soul truly wants. Our soul wants us to become aware of this connection so that we may heal it in all areas in order for us to live a well-balanced life in alignment and cooperation, and so that we're just living our lives how we want to live it. And once we are able to, experience these high vibes and going through life with alignment, you'll realize that you'll have more opportunities knocking on your door. The right people will be coming into your life. You'll have promotions, out of nowhere. Just all of this beautiful and exciting and amazing things will start to happen in your life once you take that time out of your day to really connect back to your soul and understand what it was and how you're going to heal yourself and how to get yourself to where you want to be. All right, guys, so with all of this being said, I really hope that this video or that this discussion gave you some insight, some wisdom, or some knowledge in order to help you transform your life for the better in all areas, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, sexually, financially, in order to help you transform your life to the life that you've always wanted to live, where you're happy, you're successful, and you're just living your life to the fullest because you stopped allowing other people and situations to run your life for you. You took back power in your life and you did what you needed to do, and you connected your mind back to your body and your emotions. So if this video helped you out in any way, shape, or form, make sure to give it a like, a comment, a share, and subscribe, as well as don't forget to follow me on all my social media, and I will be back with more discussions. Peace, love, and gratitude.